There's a monster I have beef with.
Ooh.
His name is Gormagala.
Oh. Say that 3 times fast.
You hear that, Gormagala? Call in.
We're coming for you, brother.
I got beef with that one.
We're gonna rip and tear.
Oh, yeah. When the Macho Man Randy Savage comes wild on you, Gorgon, whatever, I'm gonna slap you like a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. And when we come back...
Oh, my God, he's here.
When we come back, it'll be Drama Digest. We are running a little short on time.
Star-studded class.
Good morning and welcome to your favorite variety news show, giving you the latest, in our opinion, greatest news for your eardrums. I'm one of your hosts, Vince Vibes, giving you football focus.
Dustin with Drama Digest.
Hey, Anthony with Show Me Spotlight.
Steven SD, Game Guru.
It looks like we got new mics, y'all, because I'm not used to these new mic setups. I'm going to have to figure it out. Your mic, too, Anthony, is very loud. Oh, okay. Thank you for blowing up the eardrums of people. So how are y'all doing this week?
Like always.
You know, pretty good. Can you hear me?
I don't think your mic is working.
Oh, my mic's not working. That's fun.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, hey, that explains why this one was over there. I think we're starting to figure this out. Take the headphones off, Dustin.
I can't take the headphones off.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we
Welcome to the Technical Issues episode of the Weekly Roundup.
Technical issues was last week too. It was a constant crash out here at the Weekly Roundup. It seems nothing wants to work for us. And that's okay, you know. We'll roll with the punches. Yeah. We'll roll with what life has to offer. And that seems to be Dustin's mic not working.
Yeah, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. It sounds like I'm in a cave.
So I'm just going to turn my mic up really loud and we'll talk.
Yeah, that should work.
There you go.
Can they hear me? I think they can hear me.
You talk more louder into it.
Yeah. Well,
so,
if you're listening, call in and let us know.
Oh my God, you gotta not talk in the mic like that. I've turned your mic all the way down and it's still terrible.
You know what? Turn yours is loud. Turn yours over here.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Kind of like this.
Anthony and Dustin are now sharing the mic.
Hello?
Oh no! You sound like the phone guy from Five Nights at Freddy's. I know you know.
Hello.
The Game Guru. But you know, here at the Weekly Roundup, we're filming a movie today.
Yeah, we are. We're about an hour away from doing our first shots.
And it's kind of nerve-wracking.
Get ready, Sundance. We're coming.
Well, you know, it's entirely possible.
It is entirely possible, you know.
I've had one of the things I worked on go to a film festival in the past.
Oh, which episode of Breaking Bad was that?
It actually wasn't.
Oh.
It's available on YouTube though. So.
Ooh, we'll just leave it at that.
Just leave it.
If you can find it.
If you can find it and you can tag me in it, that would be appreciated. It's lost media for me.
Lost media. There you go. But yeah, we're venturing into something that we've never done before. It's for our history of film class.
Shout out Professor Sims.
Shout out Professor Sims if you're listening to this right now. Office right there. It's probably, you know, nice and cozy at home, which, you know, we should be if we weren't, you know, got a radio show.
It's a Thursday morning. We shouldn't be cozy at home.
Listen. Me and you have different goals in life, man. 'Cause I want to be cozy at home all times of my life. So
that's crazy.
Same here. I know the game.
Well, yeah.
The Game Guru got a game.
The guru does have to be in the temple for sure.
Exactly.
But if he's got the Switch too, gaming on the go.
Gaming on the go.
That's what, I guess he's got an original Switch too.
Good segue. We're talking more about the Switch 2 and Game Guru, right? You said we weren't last week, but
well, it sounds like more
last week was the technical difficulty episode. So
well, this was kind of it too. Part 2.
Part 2.
This is like the sequel.
And the threequel for Steven's Switch 2. the trilogy
This
gets
is
completed.
this is the Switch 3 now.
If I ever listen to that moment, don't give them ideas.
More ways to just price gouge your fans.
I don't think anybody's listening to the show and getting any ideas.
Hey, whoa. The Weekly Roundup is great for learning different opinions, learning...
Catch us live, hawkradio.primo stream.
Hawkradio.primo stream, learning
You
the
can
world
listen to our
around
technical
us.
difficulties live.
That could be fun.
I might not even be here. I might not even be heard on the mic right now.
Or you can catch the YouTube episode a month later after
There
it
you go.
happens.
That's true. At the Weekly Roundup _1.
Yeah, the Weekly Roundup was taken.
Yeah, it was taken, unfortunately, but we are the best Weekly Roundup. By far, the only Weekly Roundup is, as far as I know.
The only ones you need.
Yeah, the only ones you need in your life. And like I said, it's great to listen to us any time of day, getting our opinions, our thoughts, our ideas, and maybe working it into your daily life. We have lots of valuable content here at the Weekly Roundup.
I've said this before. I like to turn this program on while I sleep so I can absorb the knowledge subconsciously.
Right.
Are you where all the views are coming from?
I know a lot of you are iPad kids out there. I love watching the Weekly Roundup while eating, you know.
Oh,
So shout
absolutely.
out OG iPad kid, Fruit Ninja.
Oh,
Temple Run.
Temple Run. That was the stuff. Kill the Boss.
Ooh.
Oh, classic one.
We're great to listen to at work, too. It helps pass the time. Put your AirPods in, turn us on.
Right.
Next thing you know, day's over.
There you go.
There you go.
You got something to talk about next to the water cooler, you know? Catching up with Bob from finance. You'd be like, oh, the Weekly Roundup.
So have you guys heard about the Talk Tuah Podcast? I've been listening to this really cool show. It tells me all about it.
And it seems that it made a return.
Yeah, it has made a triumphant return, which we're going to get into during my segment. Pretty exciting. Really, I think a groundbreaking episode, and really, an important part of internet history was made.
Yeah, okay. I can't wait to hear more about Talk Tuah's triumphant return. Showbiz Spotlight, what do we got?
Oh, God,
Spotlight.
what do we got? It's a Minecraft movie update. Why not? Week 2 of that thing coming out.
Okay.
And some other stuff. Some shows coming out. Some Hollywood news. I don't know.
Nice.
All
Hey, we'll hear
Sounds
more about
like
it.
Showbiz is going to be
the
in the
last
spotlight.
7 minutes of our show, because it always seems to be the segment that
Sometimes I'm cool with it. Sometimes it's a slow news week.
You look at Anthony, you're ready to run your segment, and he's just like, nope, I'm all right, cut me off. Let's just talk more about drama digest. But give it up for Anthony though. The YouTube wouldn't be done without him.
Still not done.
No, it's in progress.
It's in progress?
You gotta remember, we are all busy college students. This is nearing the end of the spring semester, and it's your time to leave your final impacts on your grades. I mean, it's getting to that witching hour, as we call it.
Oh, dude.
So
Shout out Red Zone.
Shout out Red Zone. Make sure that you're getting everything in check for the next couple weeks, because it's gonna fly by, and before you know it, summer semester is gonna come, and
then we're gonna have a bunch of work again.
Exactly. The grind set never stops, guys.
But the mindset, Mike.
But on Football Focus, we're going to be talking about some draft news and some other news featuring rapper beef with the quarterback.
Is this a return to Daily Rap?
I know.
Jack
Long-time listeners of the Weekly Roundup know that Vince Vibes did weekly...
You'll get there.
Did the rap segment. Daily Rap before we
the only one that
did
isn't an
Football
alliteration.
Focus. I know, the only one that wasn't an iteration.
I think that's why it was cut.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we'll be getting some rapper news in with Football Focus. But like I said, spring semester is coming to the end. It's now or never. And here's Now or Never by Kendrick Lamar featuring Mary J. Blige.
It was huge.
We're back, and we always have great conversations on the Weekly Roundup while we're
The best.
We have the best conversations. I have all the best words.
All the best. Anyways, football focus, ladies and gentlemen. Football focus. This week is gonna be a little short. We're about to go. I understand, but listen, we're about to go into a big part of the off season. We're about to go into the NFL draft. The NFL draft is happening on April 24th to 26th, so that's next weekend, and so that's gonna be a big deal. But for that, I don't really have too much news. All the news will be coming out during the draft time, and obviously a lot of trades, a lot of big picks will be made. But I did want to focus on a couple stories here, 2 stories that involve the NFL draft. Now, firstly, if you haven't been paying attention to college football, Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy this season. Travis Hunter is known for being able to play both ways of the ball, wide receiver and cornerback out of Colorado.
Real Shohei Ohtani on here.
Not only did he just get his jersey retired at Colorado, he told NFL executives, he said, if he's not playing on both sides of the ball, he's not playing for your team. He would rather sit out instead of playing one side, because he's been playing cornerback and wide receiver his entire life, and he says that he wants to be used that way. That's how he loves the game of football, and you can't force him into one position. Kind of crazy for somebody making demands like that. We've seen it happen before. Players straight up not wanting to play for teams. Eli Manning was a great example of that. He was drafted by the Chargers, and he was like, "No, I'm not playing for y'all." And he got drafted. He got traded to the Giants, and the Chargers in return got Phillip Rivers. So
it's a shame Eli Manning's career never took off after that.
Giants legend Phillip Rivers, technically, because he did get drafted by them. Eli Manning, Chargers legend, technically, was drafted by San Diego. But anyways, Travis Hunter is projected to be a top 3, top 5 pick. Giants are a big name for him.
Does he want to go to the Giants?
I think he's not gonna deny like a certain bad team. I just think he's in a position where he's like, if he's not playing both spots, he's not playing for you. It doesn't matter if you're the Eagles, you just won the Super Bowl, or if you're the Tennessee Titans, who's got the first overall pick. Super Bowl champions. Sorry, we got 2 Eagles fans.
You always have to like preface that
in the radio studio.
If the hat and the shirt weren't indicative enough.
Well, they can't see us if they're listening to us live on hawkradio.primo stream. Shout out. So we'll see how this turns out with Travis Hunter and where he goes, and ultimately if he decides that he's gonna decline playing there. But I honestly think that any team that that drafts Travis Hunter knows that he's gonna play both positions and wants him to play both positions. I think would be an incredibly dumb move to draft him and just be like, I know you've made all this talk and have like whined about wanting to play both sides, but you're actually only gonna play wide receiver, buddy.
Yeah.
Get out there, champ.
So
that's a pretty rare situation there. I don't think I really often hear about somebody who wants to play 2 positions.
No, his coach from Colorado, Deion Sanders, did play both sides a little bit. He did play wide receiver for Dallas, but he was mainly a cornerback. And we see it a lot in college in the transition to the pros, where in college people play multiple positions. They play a little bit of everything because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to learn and find where you truly excel and grow.
Show off a little bit.
Exactly.
This is what I bring to the table.
Right. Julian Edelman, famous New England Patriots wide receiver, was a quarterback being drafted into the league. So before they moved him to wide receiver. So I say this to say that we see a world where college, they play a bunch of different positions, but when you go to the professional game, you kind of get locked into
like one position
thing, only. Right? You don't really play. You might have trick plays or might have certain things where Julian Edelman's throwing the ball down the field for a play, but you're never going to see him in a full game as a quarterback ever again, or you're never going to see Deion Sanders in his prime play both sides equal time. But this is where we're seeing with Travis Hunter, so that's why he won the Heisman over Ashton Jeanty, who put up a phenomenal 2,000-plus yard season with Boise State. And that's why he's going to be a top 3, top 5 pick. Now, another guy who's going to be a top 10 pick, actually, we just talked about Ashton Jeanty. His final statement before draft week, he wrote out a email to every single NFL executive, and it says, "It's tackle football. You know what I'm saying? I draft the guy they can't tackle. Thank you for your time. Ashton Jeanty," with his signature. That's all he sent. Very ego.
What?
Very egotistical. He's saying draft a guy who they can't tackle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Draft the guy who they can't tackle.
So getting a guy who didn't know how to tackle.
No. He's saying, hey, this is tackle football. You want the guy they can't tackle? Come get me. He's projected to be in the top 10, top 15 picks. He is a running back, so running backs are not really taken at a high amount. A lot of the time it's very dangerous. In today's game, back then the running back was the staple of the offense. But in today's game, it seems that the only time a good running back matters is if you already have a good team around them. And the running back is the final piece of the puzzle. And that's what we learned this season with the Philadelphia Eagles when we signed Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
We had the incomplete team, but we didn't have that elite top-tier running back. And so I say this to say that you need an entire offense around him that's at a high level in order to have an elite running back play an elite level in this league. And so, unfortunately, Jeanty, if he gets drafted to a team that struggles with the offensive line, or they're not the best at wide receiver, or their quarterback, isn't the best, you're putting a lot of pressure on the running back to do more and to carry the team more. And we saw in Tennessee for a long time where Derrick Henry was the staple for that offense. He was the staple for Tennessee. Since being drafted from Alabama, but it just wasn't enough. They would get to the divisional. They got to the championship round before the Super Bowl.
Henry played for Tennessee.
That's where he made his name.
I can't envision him not playing on the Ravens.
Well, now, but this is a perfect example. He went from a team who didn't build around him, and instead already went to a team that has a good quarterback, has a good O-line, doesn't have the best wide receiver core. But he got plugged into that system, and guess what? They excelled. They played top-tier ball. Lamar was MVP candidate, and even though they didn't make it all the way and they suffered that tough loss against Buffalo,
they made it that far with an incredible running back.
Right. I say this to say that bad teams should not draft the generational running back thinking it's going to save their offense. They need to have everything else in place for that generational running back to in turn eat. And
otherwise, they're just wasting them.
Yeah,
exactly. And then you're just wasting them. Yeah. So I feel for Jeanty
future
because,
trade piece, though.
Being a generational talent, being how amazing he is, I know he's going to be drafted high. Like I said, projected top 10 pick. But I fear that he's going to be on a team that just isn't the best for him.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's would be a really unfortunate situation because you're kind of squandering the gift that you have in a team where you're not going to be able to excel really, and you're not getting any younger. So you're using your best years on that team, and you're not going to get as famous or as rich as you could have.
And even though Derrick Henry is still in a very good playing spot in his career, he's old. He's at the end of his career, and he wasted a lot of his time in Tennessee when he could have been spending it on a team that was actually building around him instead of making him the piece.
Any team in general would like to have him.
Oh yeah.
But again, like you said, the Tennessee didn't took him in a way seriously at all. The offense was horrible in general, and they wasted his talents. Don't tell me my mic is
I think Steven's mic isn't really working either. I need you to talk in it.
Hello.
Test.
Testing.
We can hear us. That's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Do it one more time, Steven.
Hello.
Ooh, I
Hello.
heard him through
All right, there you go. I got you.
Oh, so
All right.
I was about to get scared.
I can hear him through the headphones that are on the table.
I thought we were wasting another generational talent.
Another generational talent right here. Steven Gamboo.
He's gonna walk into on the NFL.
But so that's my stories about the NFL draft and 2 college players that are huge names and will make a mark in the NFL next season. But I do have one more story for y'all. It is a little weird.
That's what we do here.
I was say we don't do that.
Lil Uzi, Philadelphia native and Philadelphia Eagles superfan, calls out Jalen Hurts for what? For apparently having better diamonds.
What?
Better than him.
Better than
That's
Jalen
not a-
Hurts.
Oh, okay.
My diamond's better, little big bro. He put on an Instagram post.
Okay.
He goes on to say, every time I see you, you better have that chain on. It's up forever. I have the best diamonds in Philly. Signed by your king, Lil Uzi.
God help me.
Okay, how many Super Bowl rings do you have?
For real, literally. Come on, little bro.
You want to talk about jewelry? Get out of here.
He then posts another one with Jalen Hurts' side view that goes, "You not Will Smith, little bro. Good morning, though, at Jalen Hurts." So, I don't know why this random beef between Lil Uzi and Jalen Hurts has occurred.
So why Jalen Hurts? I feel
Jalen
like he's the
Hurts-
least likely person to say anything bad.
Yeah.
I don't think he cares.
I honestly don't know. Jalen Hurts, as you know, is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He just won the Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
And
What year?
What's he gonna do right after?
and,
Disney World.
and he's been in the off season. No big news has been really said about Jalen Hurts since the Super Bowl, and so it kind of came out of nowhere. Uzi kind of dissing Jalen like
He's
this.
got like a dartboard with a bunch of people's names on it. Just landed on Jalen.
Landing on Jalen.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, that'll be
I feel like I haven't heard about Uzi in a while, so I always wonder if he's like,
Right.
here's a name. You know, I'll start a little beef, get some, get people talking about me. It works too. He's being talked about on probably one of the biggest shows in the Tampa Bay area right now.
He's talked about the Weekly Roundup.
The owner of Nintendo is aware of what he's doing now.
So, to sum this up, huge news for the unemployed that Lil Uzi
Yes.
is beefing with Jalen Hurts. We'll let y'all know if there's any more developments or if Jalen Hurts responds. But as for now, Uzi, there's no comment from Jalen and Uzi.
One-sided beef.
One-sided beef.
Yeah.
The most pathetic time.
I think Jalen just needs to show Uzi his Super Bowl ring with a middle finger. And I think that'll prove the message.
That could do it.
But when we come back, it's football focus. But first, Neon Guts.
Oh,
by
we're
Lil
doing
Uzi.
football focus twice. Let's go.
Oh, before Game Guru. My bad. When we come back, Game Guru. But first, Neon Guts by Uzi featuring
His
Pharrell.
last Instagram post from February 15th. Hurts is not online.
Really? That was the beef?
We're back from the Weekly Roundup. You can take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our session. And
What's that smell?
What's that?
can you smell what gaming been cooking?
All
Ladies
I
and
can do
gentlemen,
now is smell. I can't hear.
welcome back to another Game Guru session.
I'm sorry for your eardrums if you're listening to this live. I tried turning it down, but
That's what happens when you get the latest and greatest news.
the latest and
Yes, sir.
greatest news does come at a price. Your
Your
eardrums.
eardrums,
sometimes.
Sally.
And Steven, so you lied to us last week.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to address that.
Yes. Forgive me to everyone. I was
Using
originally gonna end it with 2 weeks for the Nintendo Switch 2 takeover.
2 for the
But-
Switch 2. It makes sense.
But
2 for 2.
I said, you know what? Let's keep on the week 3.
Let's
Get
keep
out of
it
the
chugging.
way.
You
and-
said this originally. That was your
Yes.
original plan.
Yes, that
So-
was my original plan, but then I got a little lazy-ish.
Oh,
what?
And
Mr. Nintendo came with more news.
He was
I gotta do this in week
He's
3.
like, Sony isn't doing anything. Microsoft isn't doing anything.
E3's gone. The people gotta know.
Back to the Switch.
Alright.
All right, he had to switch up. So, tell us what's up.
We got week 3, of course, for Switch Takeover. This is actually gonna be the last game I'm gonna talk about, and then I'm gonna
Like ever? Oh.
I wish.
No, never joke like that. If
I wasn't joking, I got scared.
If I have a segment
Hey.
where
Smoking the
the
cold
Game
sweats.
Guru is not a part of it, my heart is
My
gonna
heart's
break.
starting to palpitate. I don't know what to do.
Exactly. There is no weekly roundup without the Game Guru explaining the best games.
Yeah, and then we got a little gaming review.
Ooh.
I
Game Guru.
So you went out, you got a new game, you played it?
Yes,
Nice.
it's one that
Whoa, what are you, IGN? Whoa.
I talked about this game before, even you guys when I was gone. Monster Hunter Wild. I finally got the game.
Finally got the
Been
game.
playing it, finished the campaign, and well, I will talk about it later after we talk about Donkey Kong Bonanza, the new installment of the Donkey Kong series, because with the new design from Mario Kart World. I don't know if y'all seen that trailer. And people are saying to the people in general. But Donkey Kong with the new design introduced a new game, a new open world. Y'all played Mario Odyssey, right?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is.
I don't have the Switch, but I think I saw someone play it.
Somebody played it.
Hey, fair enough. This is like considered a similar game for Mario Odyssey, like an open world style, but this one taking place more underground.
Underground?
Yes.
Underground. What is he, a
Donkey Kong-
mole?
Donkey Kong's a monkey. Surely they live above the ground. What
Is
is going on?
Hey,
Also, I thought this would be like a Donkey Kong
Are the monkeys
country kind of thing.
burrowing into the ground? They're
Is this
like,
Mole Man?
no, I wish.
I wish.
But with this
Mole
new,
Man Bonanza.
Doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Well,
just like every other Donkey Kong game, your main goal is to get Donkey Kong's bananas back, the golden bananas, by a new enemy called Void Co. Sounds like a weird company.
It does sound like a weird
Yeah.
company.
But
sounds like a Mega Man.
Sounds like Big Bananas trying to stop Donkey Kong.
It's always the big banana. I'm so sick and tired of these big banana corporate industries. Always thinking.
they're always taking and taking, god dang it.
Never giving.
You gotta stop taking those,
Those big bananas.
Big ticker germs.
Oh god. You almost made me cry from laughter.
Oh, anyway.
So Donkey Kong's fighting capitalism? Is that what this game is about?
Surprised I thought as well, but no, it's just
what you just thought?
it's a group. It was just like a small group of like big evil animals apparently.
Oh.
Like, all right.
So what animal is evil to a monkey? A leopard?
Surprisingly, it looks like the leader is an owl.
That's not. You could have given me 100 guesses. I would not have guessed owl.
Well, they're
Same here.
Was it a crocodile before?
One of them was.
Oh.
One of them was. For one point until like Poof Nintendo said no.
Is there a
Boy.
skunk named Elon Musk?
I wish. That would be incredible.
Ah.
That would have been the ultimate joke.
Oh my goodness, my
That would've
You
been-
gotta tell me after the radio show what that is. I don't know.
Oh man. Anyways.
So what's this game about?
So
Just the same premise like every Donkey Kong game. Donkey Kong trying to eat his bananas, get stolen.
It's a side scroller, right? Or like a
No, open world style.
Oh, it's
just
open
again,
world.
like it's
Like-
open world. The more deeper you go, the new areas you go.
Oh.
Because the main gimmick of this game is more than ever Donkey Kong's incredible strength.
See, because Donkey Kong Country on the N64 is like a
It's a
side
side
scroller.
scroller.
That's what I thought this game was.
Right.
Like another iteration
No,
of
yeah,
that. You're telling me
I
he's
thought
going
that. Oh,
underground?
new Donkey Kong. Oh wait, this is open world. Holy!
You think you have
Yeah.
a skill tree?
Don't know.
For,
I hope
for a
not.
nice price of $80, $90
Oh, bananas.
in a
Okay.
case.
No, surprisingly, it's actually the cheapest. 74.
That's still
I mean,
not good.
64.
That's
64. I mean,
$64.
99.
Nintendo 64 Easter egg? I get it. Mr. Nintendo, you did it again. You son of a gun.
Shut up and take my money.
But maybe this game, the game does look good overall. Hopefully, it will live up to its name and see how it goes. Yeah,
Can you unlock like little outfits and hats for him?
don't know. They didn't show that.
Ooh.
I imagine.
They gotta get you to buy the game first. They can't
That's
spoil
how
everything up
they're gonna
front.
buy the game. If I can buy a suit made of banana peels, I might pony up that $64 I don't have.
Well, if they did that to Mario Odyssey, that Mario can wear different clothing to this point, they can do that. They can 100% do that easily.
Is Mario Odyssey the one with the white hat with like the eyes on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was confusing it with Mario Galaxy.
That's a legendary Wii game. I had the Wii, played both Galaxies. Those were fun in my childhood.
Sports guy over here. Man, tennis? Ooh.
Listen, I wasn't playing Madden 08 on the Wii, alright? That was terrible.
How many times did you throw the Wii remote?
Chucks the remote to the window or the TV.
Brett Favre was on that cover. I do remember it quite well. But I never was like the controls were so terrible. Like every time I'd play it, I just like, oh, I'm just gonna go play something else. I'm tired of this, you know. So Donkey Kong Bonanza, $64.
Yeah, $64.
Coming out when?
If I'm correct, was June 25th.
Oh, that's right around the corner.
That's right around the corner.
If I remember the date.
And when does the Switch 2 come out?
I don't remember.
I think the Switch 2 comes out that day or like earlier in that month. I think it comes out pretty soon.
But the pre-orders come out like
the
that.
Game Guru doesn't know. Right.
I should know.
How does the Game Guru not know when the Switch 2?
You're just that unimpressed with it? I understand.
I mean, they're trying to gouge any chance you get. I mean, June 5th, I was right.
The introduction game that showed you, okay, what's the console about?
Right,
costs like what? $10?
$10. Yeah, we talked about
I'm like, why $10?
Yeah.
Why $9.99?
Exactly. Well, you talked about Astro's Playroom in a Game Guru segment, and that was free for the PlayStation.
Game of the year, kind of.
So, anyways.
All right, we're gonna jump into another game. Like I mentioned before, Monster Hunter Wild.
Ooh.
I'm gonna talk about a mini review. This is gonna be a quick review.
So this is an official review. This is the first official game review that we've done on this broadcast.
Give it up to the Game Guru.
Yes.
Everything he says is 100%
So do you have it out of 10, or is it like out of 10 monsters?
That's what I was gonna say too. Or like gamer G Fuels.
You're right.
Ooh.
No, it's
Which cup do you have?
Wait, no.
I don't like it.
He works for Poggers, okay?
Oh yeah.
So
shout
it's
out
10
Poggers.
Poggers. Shout out Poggers.
Yes, a sponsor? Not a sponsor?
His
Sponsor?
sponsor. Steven's sponsor.
Thanks, speaking yes. So,
Okay.
Getting sponsors out here. We can't even get mics that work.
Only on the Weekly Roundup. Anyways, Monster Hunter Wild review. Give us out of 10 monsters. What would you rate it?
Hold the.
We're never getting to the
hold
review.
the star rating till the end. You gotta tell us about
yeah.
star rating at the end.
Just like any other Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Wild continues on Monster Hunter World. That's like the first PlayStation exclusive back on the PlayStation.
Which PlayStation?
Yeah.
PS4.
Talk a little more into the mic, my man.
Forgive me.
No, you're good. I'm just watching your level. we want the Game Guru to be heard.
Your disciples in the back have to hear your decree.
And this kind of continues like for something a little bit more different for this version of Monster Hunter. This first Monster Hunter is, again, the first one that introduced for the campaign. No loading screens. There is loading screens, but the only time that happens is when you're fast traveling. That's it. But overall, there's no loading screens on the campaign. It's like every time you load up the game is cutscene, monster, interaction with the people and stuff, monster, like it's back to back. You're hunting back to back, like non-stop. I beat the game under 3 days.
Oh,
dude.
I was on that.
okay.
I was on that every time.
I was gonna ask, are loading screens still a thing?
So,
Not too much.
So you beat it in 3 days. How many hours would you say the campaign?
Right, am I gonna spend $70 on a game I can beat in 3 days?
Or is it just like
there's more.
you spent 3 24-hour days just on the game?
I think
Shout out to Steven Sabaton.
I think it's beyond that. I was on that non-stop.
There's not
Do you know how many hours in a day?
I didn't even look at the Steam. I didn't look at the hourly timer for Steam at all. I'm like, get home, play,
Number's not big
grind,
enough.
hunt some monsters, get some materials, craft some new Switch axes, and like the cycle.
Back to the Switch, ladies and gentlemen.
Switch it up.
But overall, the game is like generally fun. Like if you're new to Monster Hunter in general, it might be a little bit challenging for like new people in the beginning. That's why I kind of recommend play World first and introduce those new mechanics with something better, and then jump into Wild that improve those mechanics with the addition of a lot of extra stuff, like again the no loading screen for the cutscenes and you can actually see, okay, it's cutscene time because the camera pans over to a wide shot for immediately, and then it transitions to the cutscene.
That was some filmmaker inside baseball, pans over to a wide shot.
Mm-hmm.
Learned
So
that in Film Bust.
It's
why
a
we
good game.
So, what
So
was
how
your
many
ranking?
bags of popcorn?
No, monsters. Monsters. How many monsters out of 10?
I will say it would be a 9.5.
Gee.
Whoa.
It's good.
So it's a buy, not a rinse.
It's a buy.
It's a buy.
It's a
It's
buy.
a buy. You enjoy it, especially.
It's 5 big buys.
Buy, 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 buy.
We're sorry for your joke.
Yeah.
So you're gonna like 100% the game, or you just beat the campaign and you're done?
I know. I'm gonna keep going. There's more chapters in
That's
the
all I'm
game.
Wait,
There's monsters. I'm
There's
gonna
more
hunt.
chapters.
Yeah. It's,
So-
the main
What is
campaign
this,
is
all book? No.
No, the campaign is 3 chapters. That's how they divided, and then there's
So how much
more
is it?
afterwards.
Oh, so there's like an epilogue or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
an after
now-
story. Oh.
Now there's an after story. Now,
Oh, so you want an after
There
story?
you
You're doing the whole
It's-
like
it's
play
like-
as John Marston thing.
Yeah, it's the whole like Diablo thing. Like after you beat the campaign, it's like, oh, we have these endless dungeons for you to just crawl in.
and there's a monster. There's a monster I have beef with.
Ooh.
Oh.
His name
Beef
is
again. Beef
and his
jerky?
name is
Jacqueline's?
Gormagala.
Oh, say that 3 times fast.
You hear that, Gormagama? Call in.
We're coming for you, brother.
I got beef with that one.
We're gonna rip and tear.
Oh yeah! When the Macho Man Randy Savage comes wild on you, Gorgonzola or whatever, I'm gonna slap you like a Slim Jim. Oh yeah!
And when we come
Oh my
back,
God, he's here.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
when we come back, it'll be Drama Digest. We are running a little
So
short on time.
star-studded class.
But it seems it's a game winner. But so here's Game Winner by Bossman D-Lo. The money, chase the money, and now it's time for the money segment, Drama Digest. Take it away, Dustin.
All right, guys. I'm a little bit loud, but that's okay. So I think I hinted at this before, and this is pretty exciting. This is really a high watermark in internet entertainment, I think, because something that we all love that went away for quite some time, and I think a lot of us were afraid it would never come back. Is
The cold sweats don't stop.
it's
I wake up screaming.
I wake up screaming this pretty often, and that's because the Talk Tuah Podcast has returned.
Woo! Clapping sound effect.
Now,
Definitely not being sarcastic here.
for those of you who have been living under a rock and weren't aware of the Talk Tuah Podcast, well, you should have been listening to the program for the last season. But basically, she has a breakout podcast, one of the best podcasts in the land.
After a breakout video that put her on the map.
Well, she. It's funny you mentioned her original video because we're gonna get into a new artistic thing that you'd be getting into, and that is having songs written about that night. But
What does that mean?
Help me.
for her first podcast back, naturally she went to the number one interview you could ever think of,
Talk to us season 2. Let's hear it.
and it started off with KSI. She flew to London, and she did an
You didn't
hour
have like that one bit.
with KSI.
I'm a big KSI fan.
Of Lunchleaf.
Of Lunchleaf fame.
He's famous for a lot of other things, but lately in the news because of Lunchleaf.
No, absolutely, and he has a little bit of a checkered past, you might say.
Steven, do you like your cheese drippy?
What did you just say?
Steven, is it grippy?
Hey!
Do you like
He just asked you a question, Steve. What's wrong?
Yeah.
He's got like a catcher's mitt in his hand, so that's why I said that. Anyway, they formally
Historically grippy catchers.
KSI asked her the same question actually, but that was probably off air. But pretty good stuff. Now they first thing they did, we learned that she's cut ties with Jake Paul. She says, Jake Paul, he's a bad guy. He's not sponsoring this show anymore. We're not sponsored by Better anymore, owned by Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
So, going independent now. And KSI is like, yeah, I hate Jake Paul. That guy sucks, right? But it's like, to me, it feels like
very performative.
It's a performative. They're still trying to like hype up this beef that doesn't really exist because they keep making money together. In my opinion,
he says he hates Jake Paul, but he's business partners with his brother.
With Logan. Well, that's what they touched on that, and he's like, well, I was like beefing with Logan, but then I was like, what am I even fighting with this guy about? We're the same person. And now they're like they're friends.
Are they they're gonna do the same thing with Jake Paul?
Oh, for sure.
Oh my god.
Oh, for sure.
The same person. Terrible people.
Now, speaking of terrible people, some people think that our queen Haley, also known as the Talk Tuah girl, is not a friend of the show.
Don't group me into that.
Don't group me. Yeah, save it. Do not group me in that.
You're
yeah,
queen.
All right. We're not
Your
haters on this broadcast.
You're
Now, if you
talk to him.
If you lost money buying Talk Tuah coin, that's on you. But now you can actually feel safe investing your money with Haley because she's pivoted a little bit. No longer are we doing rug pulls and crypto scams. No. Now we're doing Haley Welch's Paws Across America.
Ooh.
A charity that she started that's going to be helping shelter animals. So if you're interested, she did a little promo for this during the podcast. If you're interested, send Haley some money, and we can get some collars for some homeless dogs.
Ooh, get the fundraiser ready,
Steve.
Steven.
Won't land on her bar tab one night.
There's no way. Good thing you brought it back to that, though, because around the end of the show, she busts out this brand new, soon-to-be top of the country chart song, written about the night she got discovered. Now, I don't remember the lyrics, and I'm not going to sing a country song anyway, but it's basically, talking about, she's going out that night, she's trying to have a good time in Nashville or whatever.
Was it one of these, like, AI songs?
I think it was real. I don't know who sings country music, so I couldn't say if this was somebody
Did she get knee surgery?
But,
Did she get knee surgery? That's what Anthony said.
Not yet.
Oh.
We haven't done the ACC football team yet, so I haven't blown out my knees. I'm saving them for that.
I didn't know you were
That
Haley
sounds
Welch.
crazy.
I didn't know you were Haley Welch of Talk Tuah.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Oh wow, she's actually here.
But yeah, pretty exciting stuff, and that was about a week ago that came out. We've got a new episode that just dropped the other day also, so keep an eye out for that. Another big name, she got Chanel West Coast. You remember her?
Oh, dude!
Wow.
From Ridiculous, right?
Yeah, from Ridiculous.
Wow, the worst Tosh.0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other show? His Dream Factor or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then he did the other one too, where he was just hanging out with his bodyguard.
Oh yeah. Oh, rest in peace, that guy.
Yeah, sad.
But
Sad stuff. Pretty fun stuff. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the downfall of 4chan too, but I'm gonna throw it over to show
Oh, you know about that too?
save it for next week. I mean,
we might talk about that next week. It's pretty important, especially for the unemployed.
especially for the
I
unemployed.
think
Which
about
we
changing-
specialize in here. The latest and greatest.
We specialize in the unemployed.
I'm thinking about changing the name of my segment to the unemployment report.
Well, actually, we don't. Because my a lot of people listen to the show at work too. From I got reports.
That's
so
true. I've heard that.
I have heard that. So we're not only for the unemployed. We're for everybody. But we focus on news
With an emphasis on the unemployed.
on the emphasis for the unemployed.
Pardon.
All right. So showbiz spotlight.
Okay. How much time do I got? Okay. I'll do a Minecraft movie update. Week 2 of that thing being out. It is currently number 2 worldwide box office. Over $500 million. This movie is making bank. You watch it again, Steven?
No.
Chicken Jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Yeah, dude, have you started to see the video?
Did you see the video of the person actually bringing a live chicken?
Yeah, I saw that.
You told me about that.
That is true.
Live chicken into the studio.
I'm seeing pictures of people who work there, and they have timestamps of when that scene happens to try and stop people. they like stop the movie so they don't throw the popcorn.
Oh. Buzz killers over there. Am I right? Chicken jockey. Anyways, so it's still doing large here and all around the world, but do we have any updates on if China is shutting down movies?
I guess we talked about it last week.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't heard about anything since, but yeah, they're trying to stop.
talk about this so bad.
That's true. Go ahead. They're trying to stop the import of
I mean,
U.S. movies.
I would
into
want to
China.
stop the import of U.S. movies if they're giving us content like the Minecraft movie.
It's an amazing piece of content. Look at the numbers.
This is my exact thing. If this is what we're eating up as a society, I don't know. I think we're venturing into like the lowbrow becoming the highbrow media.
I guess. I mean, it's a kids movie. Those movies are always going to make bank.
Yeah, I know.
They're like the best demographic to target, unfortunately.
But I feel like this movie has gotten even more love from not even kids, but from like dumb teens.
Well, yeah, the
and
memes
college-
took it over.
Yeah, the memes.
But that's not going to happen with every movie.
Well, I get that, but I'm just saying we're getting into this world where filmmakers are going to look at this and not think, how can I make the best movie, but how can I make memes?
I don't know.
in
I
the
think most
movies that I
filmmakers still
make?
have some integrity left in them.
I don't know.
Some.
Name
Name
one
one.
filmmaker besides us that has any integrity.
Oh, you guys were my number one.
Exactly. We're filmmakers with integrity, but I'm just saying, because even if it's the film directors, who's going to hire them? The executives who are like, we see how successful the Minecraft movie is, let's just continue turning out this lowbrow meme culture kind of movies and make a bunch of money.
I just
off
feel like the Minecraft movie was like lightning in the bottle. Because could you name another one in recent times? Legitimately, I don't know.
That's a good question. I'm trying to think of a meme movie.
I feel like there's one every year, but
I feel like there's one every year. I feel like last year, the Barbenheimer became a big deal.
Okay.
It was also kind of funny to go see Morbius. Like, it's Morbin time.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay. But that movie did terrible.
What was the other one? There was maybe it was Barbenheimer, but people were showing up in suits.
I think. Oh, that Minions Rise of Gru. They were all dressing up as Minions.
Yeah, 2
and-
tickets for the Minions movie.
Two
please.
tickets for the Minions movie. So I think we're definitely we're seeing these executives capitalize on the meme market, and I just think Minecraft is an example of them trying to go all in with it working. Now seeing that it's working, they're gonna continue making these kind of.
Subway Surfers movie win.
Yeah, Subway Surfers movie.
Actually, the Shrek movie's coming out. I think this year. That entire thing was pop culture references back in 2000.
The new Shrek.
Shrek 5's coming out.
People don't like how he looks.
No,
Oh, he looks horrible.
but that could be another, movie that could be meme worthy.
That's definitely gonna be memed.
I feel like it's gonna be memed for all the wrong reasons. Though they're not gonna do it on purpose. They're gonna try to make like a good movie, but they made them look different, and everybody's gonna hate it. They need to do like they did with Sonic. That's another meme movie.
Yeah, Sonic was but Sonic was the example where they got bullied into changing the entire movie. Like the first design of Sonic was so bad that they bullied them into changing the movie.
Right. Was the Sonic movie meme that much?
Wasn't it?
Maybe the
Yeah.
first one initially, but I mean, there's 3 movies.
three.
Well, there's 3 of them now. It's become like a hit, but
They're like good movies,
But
apparently.
listen,
Yeah.
another example where from the birth of a meme came a successful franchise. So I don't know.
Aren't they making a Minecraft too?
Yeah,
they
definitely
teased-
already in the
They
works.
teased it. Technically speaking.
You know, the guy who directed the Minecraft movie has got a good history with Jack Black. He's the same guy who directed Nacho Libre.
I knew I didn't. I never heard
He's
that,
the same guy who also. It was. I'm trying to think. It's another big Jack Black movie, like kids movie.
School of Rock.
School. I no.
Is it Gulliver's Travels?
Gulliver's Travels was a good one, but
Jesus. We're not big Jack Black fans, apparently.
I guess not.
Well, I mean,
Jared has
Year One wasn't a kids movie, so it's not that one.
Oh, is that one
Not
with
Jack
Michael
Black.
Cera?
Yeah.
not Jack Black, but Jared Hess was the director of Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh.
Also Nacho Libre.
Goosebumps, King Kong.
Oh wait, the Jack Black
Now
King
you're
Kong?
just talking about
Yeah,
Jack Black
apparently, yeah.
movies.
Well, yeah, with that, I'm trying to make the connection between him and that director, right?
Yeah, Jared Hess.
Oh, Anaconda. He's in Anaconda. Oh yeah, he's in that new Anaconda.
Ah, I like
Ice Age. He's in Ice Age.
I'm sorry. I'm going.
Shark Tale. I'm going down a Jack Black rabbit hole.
Jack Black
Black
is
was
in
in Shark
every.
Tale?
Jack Black is in
Yeah, he was the shark.
everything. I feel like Jack Black has a voice in everything in
Oh.
2000s and 2010 culture. I feel like if there's
Who's in
one
Mars
person to be like, who's left a statement on pop culture in the last 20, 30 years, it's Jack Black or The Rock. Jumanji fame too.
Oh yeah, I watched the
Napoleon Dynamite, Gentleman's Bronco.
I watched the first Jumanji when I was a kid, the one with Robin Williams.
Oh, good
R.I.P.
movie.
to go.
That's a great movie.
That's a pretty good movie, right? It's fun.
Yeah,
He's
it's
so
fun.
full
I
of
was-
The first scene where like he
Fighting
like first gets
prejudice.
back into the real world and he's hiding in the closet and then they open the door. He's alive.
Yeah. I always thought it'd be
Runs
so cool to have my house be infested with monkeys. You know, I was always like, I wish that could be me.
The animal stampede through the town.
Yeah.
I was always thinking.
It was
man.
giant mosquitoes for me. Though.
I saw that movie and as a kid I always wanted like the Jumanji world to team up with Dr. Dolittle.
Oh, he saves the day.
Right. Dr. Dolittle like
He's like, I
just
understand, guys. You just want to go back in the game. Everybody calm down.
Exactly. Like
I can't find that other Jack Black.
see,
movie.
if this was today, you know they love just putting movies into everything. So, but that was our.
You're a big Zadora
show.
fan, Steven?
What?
That was our show for the for the day.
day.
I appreciate y'all for listening to the Weekly Roundup on hotradio.primo stream. We'll be back next Thursday at 11 a.m. to continue this madness, and hopefully with less technical difficulties in the last two shows. But
And I do want to give a shout out too. By the time this is up, our movie should be available on YouTube as well. It might even be on this YouTube channel. I'm not sure. We might leak it.
we're filming it today, and the Ghosts of Ybor
Ooh.
Yeah,
come live in a couple hours here.
Very
So-
true. So that if you like being scared, if you like being entertained, if you like to feel something, then tune into our movie.
If you don't, still tune into our movie. We like the view. But we'll catch you
All of those view.
we'll catch you next week on the Weekly
Is
Roundup.
it bye?
Yeah, you know it.